M31a and M31b. If you need any more help, just join the Discord in the description. First question is the example. So let point xy be a point of a fixed distance of 2 units from the origin. So this is the origin here, O, and this is point P, and it's 2 units. We can see it with the number 2 here. Find the equation of point P, this point here. Let A perpendicular dropped from point P to the x-axis be PQ. So when you find the x-axis, which is here, and then drop a line that is perpendicular to it, so right here, and that is PQ, as you can see here and here. Now we have our own triangle. I'll redraw it bigger over here. This triangle is a right angle with length 2, points P, point Q, and point O for origin. Now point P is represented x, y. So OQ squared plus PQ squared. So O to Q, this distance here, squared. So this distance here, we know point P is xy, and we're going along the x-axis here, because this is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. So point OQ can be rewritten as point x, because this distance here is the same as the x point is the same here. So you can rewrite this, it's asking for OQ squared, so it would be x squared plus PQ squared. So P to Q squared, we know that the y value here is just y, and so that's the distance from y to the origin, it's just y. So it's x squared plus y squared equals OP squared, which is O to P is just 2, and then squared is 4. So that's the equation of a circle. It will make more sense. This is the first question. It's even given us a formula here, which is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So this is a general formula for a circle with radius, with origin 0, 0. So that's when its center point is in the middle of the graph, as you can see in the picture here. It's asking us find the equation of each given circle. The circle with center at origin O, so that's the important part, that means we use this formula here, and radius square root of 2. So, our first step, x squared and y squared stays the same. X squared plus y squared, I shouldn't have put the equals there, x squared plus y squared equals, and then r squared, so the radius squared. The radius is root 2, so root 2 squared is just 2. So the equation is x squared plus y squared equals 2. The second example of this, the circle with center at origin O, so that means we use x squared plus y squared equals r squared as our formula, and radius 3, this is the key part here. So we keep it at x squared plus y squared, stays the same. Radius 3, and we know r is 3, and it's asking for radius squared, so it's 3 squared, which is 9. That's our formula for that circle. The next page, now it's assuming the origin here isn't the center of the circle. It's different. And there's a different formula for this one, and this is what you're going to be learning. This one here, AQ squared, so A to Q here, squared. So we can look at the x points, because this is along the x-axis here. It's down here, but it's still along the x-axis. We can look at the x points, which are 4 and x. And to get the length AQ, to get this length, it's literally just x minus 4, because you minus this here from that here, and it will give you the leftover length, which is the middle part here. So it's x minus 4 is AQ squared. No, that's AQ. But it's asking for AQ squared, so we just write x minus 4 squared. Now it's saying plus PQ squared, so plus. Now PQ is here to here, and this is along the y-axis because it's going up and down. So we look at the y coordinate of P, and we see it's just y. So we have y length PQ is y minus, and then we just find the y coordinate of Q, which is the same as this one, so it's 2. So it's y minus 2. So now, plus y minus 2, it's asking for its squared, equals AP squared, which is just 3, squared is 9. It's easier because they've given us the formula now. So this is the second circle formula, and it's assuming that the midpoint, so the center of the circle, isn't at the origin. So it's not like this anymore. It's been translated or transformed up to there. This is the formula: x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared. So the circle was center at point 2, 1 and radius 2. What we can do is assume this is our a and this is our b, our x and our y related. So all we do is x minus, we keep the first part of the formula the same, and then what's our a? Our a is just 2. It's bracketed and squared, plus keep y minus from the formula. Now b is just 1, so it's y minus 1 squared equals r squared. Radius is 2, r squared is just 4. And no expanding is needed. That is your final answer, and that is the general formula of a circle. And we can use the same formula, x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared. We can assume this is our a and this is our b, so we're left with x minus 3 squared plus y minus b. B already has a negative. Negative and a negative is a positive, so it's y plus 2 bracketed squared equals r squared. Our radius is root 5, so root 5 squared is root 5 times root 5, which is just 5, and that's your equation for that circle. If you need any further help, just join the Discord, leave a comment, make sure you like and subscribe. I hope this helped.